First off, I just want to say my apologies for this weird looking ass thumbnail. My original one didn't save for some reason. It was way cooler than this. But anyway, I want to talk to you guys about The Flash Season 5, Episode 9, Elseworlds Part 1. This is a big crossover. I really enjoyed this episode, man. I gotta say, man, the Freaky Friday Quantum Leap as kind of episode was pretty cool, actually, because we see the Monitor go up to John, the pretty much the guy, that switched to reality. And he goes, "Listen, you have a vision." And John asks him, "Boncher, why are you giving this to me?" Because Boncher tells him, "Because you have a vision. Let the world see your vision. Like, let your world see your creativity, or something to that variation." And so, what happens next is he opens the book, and he says, "I can see everything." And so he just lets his imagination run wild. And in his imagination, Oliver Queen is Barry Allen, and Barry Allen is Oliver Queen. So Oliver wakes up to Iris, cooking him breakfast, and he just doesn't know why the hell is Iris kissing me? Why the hell is all this stuff happening? So pretty much Oliver he uses the flash ring, gets into the suit, he runs around, he crashes and burns a couple of times. He starts to get used to the powers. After Barry, trains with the Diggle, he learns they each go to Star Labs. They get put up in the pipeline because their friends think that there's something wrong with him. They're like the fake Oliver and Barry. So it takes a little bit convincing, but it finally happens. It was a really big funny montage with Barry looking at Oliver. He was like, wait, he just said like, wait just a second. You didn't tell me like you woke up with Iris and you woke up in bed with Iris? And and Barry's like, oh no, we gotta change this right now. Like we got, at first Barry's like, this whole thing is actually pretty cool. Then that's when Oliver tells him, actually, hey, he said, look, man, I woke up in bed with Iris. He's like, he's just like, wait, oh no, we gotta change this right now. So that was definitely funny in my opinion. One of the funny moments. Another one is we finally get to see the introduction of Lois Lane, man, and we went to Smallville, Kansas, on the Kent farm, and we see Lois Lane and Clark Kent talking. I guess trying to fix his tractor, and we hear Kara pretty much tell Clark about her experience. A recent episode of Supergirl, if you haven't seen it, is when the pretty much the president's telling her to reveal her identity, and she's asking Clark, "Did I do the right thing?" And Clark tells her, like, "Look, listen, our identity is secret, so we can keep the people that we love safe. So I feel like you made the right decision." And then that's when, pretty much after Oliver, and I like how this little teaching moment when Oliver and Barry are up in the pipeline. Oliver teaches Barry a little something, and Barry teaches Oliver a little something. So Oliver teaches Barry to break his thumbs to get out of the handcuffs. Barry teaches Oliver how to phase through objects. So I thought that was pretty cool. Another reminiscent of season one is the training in which Oliver shoots arrows at Barry to see how fast he can go, to see if he can dodge them. So Oliver runs the arrows, of course, just like Barry, and then all of a sudden the arrows hit him in his back. He's like, "Oh God, oh back, oh!" And Barry's having a good ass laugh because he's like, "Look, I've been waiting 4 years to do that, man." And I guess Oliver says something when he's on the ground to Barry that just makes him walk up and say, "Look, man, if you want to learn how to do this shit, like do it yourself." Then I didn't know what was said because my stream has been acting up. It's been acting up all fucking week, really, all last week, and even this episode's like I barely really got all the innuendos. But the big bad for the part one Elseworlds crossover is pretty much Amazo. It's a machine pretty much that can copy and replicate any metahuman's abilities upon sight. And that's pretty much what gave our heroes a big problem at first. And then all of a sudden Barry thought about it. All of a sudden Sherlock tells him, well, it's a computer, right? Create a virus. Cisco and Caitlin do that exact same thing. In fact, Caitlin was the first one to even fight Amazo, but lost unfortunately. But then it's only when Cisco creates a virus and then Barry, creates like a little bit of an alternative move for a tag team move for all of them to hit him. Because really, once Amazo got replicated all of their moves, including phasing, Superman tried to steal on Amazo, but he just couldn't hit him because he was phasing. So Barry thought of a clever idea, and he said, "Look, when he's like, look, Oliver, you're gonna have to hit him at the same time. Oliver Clark, you are gonna have to hit him at the same time because he can't run and fake at the same time. So when he's in the midst of being hit and trying to run, Cisco, that's when you hit him with the virus, if I'm not mistaken. Because again, my stream is being a little choppy. So that's how they defeated, Amazo. And we got a bit of a. I'm pretty sure we got like a last minute little scene between Iris and Barry because Iris said, "You want to know how I knew it was you all along. So I started thinking. I stopped thinking with my eyes in my head and started thinking about what my heart was saying, and that's how I knew you were Barry Allen. Because Barry even suggested that Oliver tell her. So he said, "Look, Oliver, just tell her that to convince Iris that I'm me and you're you. Tell her that you're her lightning rod. It works all the time." I was like, I'm not saying that because I guess Oliver just looked at it like it's being corny as hell. And then we also see Felicity, pretty much recite to Oliver what how Felicity was feeling while Oliver was up in slab side for those 7 months. Oliver pulling a move without Felicity knowing. Obviously, he's gonna upset somebody. He's obviously gonna upset her because when you're married, you're supposed to, or in a relationship, you're supposed to discuss these things together, and that's what Oliver didn't do. But it was for the greater good. So I look forward to seeing what happens tomorrow, part two. I believe it's with I'm gonna say Supergirl. No, no, I think it's with Arrow. I think, yeah, I think so. But this has been your bullshit video. If you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel. Comment what you guys think about this video. Did you guys enjoy this first episode? Did you guys like it? Give me a rating. I'm gonna give it a good 7.5, 8. I thought it was pretty cool. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And this has been your bullshit speaks. I love you guys. God bless.